All right, hey y'all, welcome to another live video with me. Today I have a lot to talk about and I'm gonna try my best to keep it real short and quick. For those of you who were former customers of mine whenever I used to make candles, thank you so much for buying from me before. I thank you guys so much. I didn't take it lightly when I stopped selling them, and I felt so bad when I was going back, starting to make them again, and I started doing my research. And the research wasn't really for making them again. And I want to tell you guys kind of what ended up being the tipping point for me selling Scentsy instead of making my own candles. I love making my own candles because I get to make scents that I love. Everything that I had that I was selling for you guys, I was also burning here in my house, in my home, for my family, and we loved them too. And everything that I did was soy candles. I made sure to try to buy the best of the best wax, and I tried to make sure to get good product for everybody, not just because it's your family using them, but because it's my family also. Okay, first things that everybody knows about Scentsy. Scentsy wax is warmed, not burned. And how this works is with my candles melt, it's about, their melting point is 120 to about 159 degrees for a regular candle. After you get past the flame to melt a candle, you're gonna need temperatures of 120 to 159. When I was thinking about, I have the most curious little boy in all the world. I know every parent feels that way, but there's always that fear of him touching the flame, touching the candle, no matter how far away it is. He has balls or toys that can toss it over, and my fear is wax getting on him. That's a very real fear. When I used to make candles, I got popped with wax all the time, and it's super hot. Like, I used to have burns everywhere, but still loved it. Scentsy wax, on the other hand, it does melt. It melts. It doesn't warm, and it melts at a temperature of 125 degrees. It will never get above 125 degrees. And when you touch, like, I've heard of consultants finding the youngest kid in a party at one of the Scentsy parties and having them put their hand in the wax at a Scentsy party. I would never do that. Yeah, I would be so through with somebody if they had my child do that. I would never do that, but Scentsy wax is designed to where even if the whole thing of wax falls on them, it's gonna feel like warm water on them and not a burning wax that's going to be on them. So that was first, like that, even if that was the only reason, I probably would have stuck with Scentsy instead, but there's a ton more. Okay, so next up, okay, anytime I made candles, I always tried to make sure I had the top of the top that I could afford with products for you guys. No matter where you get your candles from, even if it says it's soy wax is usually a soy wax blend that has some paraffin in it. Paraffin is a petroleum byproduct, no problems there, but when it's burned, it releases carcinogens into the air. And those carcinogens usually, I made sure to write these down whenever, this isn't research for Scentsy, this was research trying to figure out how to find wax without these products in it, and they all have it in it. The carcinogens can cause cancer on down the road. And some of the carcinogens that are in most soy wax products, because they are mixed with paraffin wax, but most of that is, a part of that is, it's called benzene, and toluene, and formaldehyde. Those are some of the main ones that are released into the air. Again, I didn't do the research trying to prove like how great Scentsy is. I did it trying to find a way to make good candles, not just for y'all's family, but for my family also. Because anything that I sold before, I always burned it in my house as well. And my family does have history of cancers, and it goes back and forth. Some people say all of it's burned off, but candle soot is a thing. No matter how clean burning your soy candle is, it will always create some type of soot. And like, even if you don't believe anything I'm saying, Google, I think I wrote it down. Yeah, soot and air ducts. The soot that's created from your candles, it's everything that doesn't burn off. And a lot of times when people are renting houses, the house owners don't allow the renters to burn candles, not just because of their house could possibly burn down, but also because of the soot that collects. Like, it's like a extra like waxy thing that like collects and clogs up in the air ducts. But we're like, actually breathing that in and bringing stuff into our home that's harmful to our family. So I couldn't go along with it either, even though I loved my candles. Like, love, love, love. My candles, I was so proud of them and how well they, like, the scent throw of all of my candles. Anybody who's ever bought candles from me knows I wanted to make it to where it's a small candle, but it fills the entire home up with a ton of smell. I was always proud of that fact, but I can't handle, like, at what cost. I won't even do it where there's a question of maybe there's carcinogens in this. Maybe this is going to be bad for you guys, but maybe it's just going to smell good. I'm not willing to take that risk for my family, so I'm not willing to take that risk for anybody else. Also, and you guys, I'm trying my best to keep this as like upbeat and poppy as possible, but it was a big deal for me because making candles was such a big part of me and my process for a long time and I wanted to go back to doing it, and I was always waiting for the right time. But it came down to no matter what ingredients I was going to use. This little boy just sat here and fell asleep in my arms. Wait a minute. Y'all have heard him like talking this whole time. Anyway, I've always been waiting for the right time to start back up my candle business. And all the research had kind of gone against it just for everything that I saw, anything that can happen because of burning candles, no matter how good it smells. Another problem is candles can cause respiratory problems. Like, candle soot is a big thing besides the carcinogens, besides the fact that you have no idea what you're burning. The candles can also put lead emissions as well as soot into the air, because most candles, like I kept one that I didn't burn. This is Grapefruit Sparkle by Walmart. This one, thankfully, I made sure to cut it open. It's like a little cheapy Walmart candle that's like $1. They do have these with regular cotton wicks, which is great, but I still find the little lead wick in the middle, the stabilizer in the middle of a lot of candles nowadays, which is crazy because they've been shown to be toxic. Those are some of the main reasons why I chose not to burn candles in my house, as well as no longer making candles to sell to you guys or for my family to buy. Another reason that I did choose to start selling Scentsy was because I still love for my house to smell amazing. I don't want to have to go around like spraying for it to smell like rainbow sherbet or like pink haze or any of my favorite scents. I don't want to have to go through spraying or anything else. I don't want to think about it. I want to turn something on and I want my house to smell amazing all day long without a thought. And I've used Scentsy products off and on since 2008, 2009 was when I first started using Scentsy products and love them. Love the wax. I love all the warmers. I showed you guys my favorite classic curve. This isn't me here selling you on anything, but I always want my house to smell amazing no matter what, without even thinking about it, but without putting my family in harm's way. So candles had to go. Candles went out the window right away, and I started using my Scentsy warmer. One, there is nothing being burned at all. There's never any emissions that are let off into the air. Whenever you burn a candle, you see a pool start to create. As I keep it simple and small, y'all. I'm trying my best. As the candle goes, it turns to a liquid, and then the liquid burns off and burns away. The soot goes and builds up in your air ducts and wherever it goes to collect, and your candle goes away. But with a Scentsy warmer, nothing ever goes anywhere. You guys know you can either use a cotton ball to soak up your pad. Madeline, hey girl. Yes, let me know. I have an order actually going in next week. So I'll get with you after I finish my live. But with Scentsy, y'all, sorry, I had Finding Dory on for my baby, and he is knocked out. But with Scentsy, nothing ever goes away. It's never heated up to a point where anything can happen to it besides melt. It melts, throws an amazing scent all over your house, and then you soak it up and toss it away. That's it. That in itself was all that I needed to know to start with Scentsy. The next thing, and it was probably there's two other reasons why I joined. I love scent layering. If my house smells good and I find a candle that smells good, there's so many times where I say, ooh, I wish I had a perfume that smells like that. I wish I had a lotion that was like that. I wish this Scentsy has so many different layers to its products. Oh, you're welcome. You are so welcome. Thank you guys for joining my live. I had to go into detail of why I stopped making candles, and it's a big list. So, but I'm through my list. I'm just having fun now. I'm not selling nothing, just letting you guys know what worked for my family. But with Scentsy, you also have body care products, you have sprays, you have lotions, you have bath soaks, which just makes me super happy to be a part of the Scentsy family, to be able to add more into my experience. And third, and there's also Petcare products. Like if you guys have dogs and cats and things, there's one, it's called, what is it called? I'm still brand new. Like you guys, this is all super new to me. I think it is called, it's something for pets. I can't think of what it is right now. That's so sad. I think it's like Scentsy, the Freshen Up pup spray to keep that wet dog smell away from your dog. So it's not just you that gets to smell good. It's not just your house and your laundry and everything else that smells good. You'll also have some really good smelling dogs in between wash days. So Scentsy just has a ton of products that are amazing. And the last reason, which I think is obvious, I'm selling because I love the brand. One, I believe in the brand. I love all of their products. I've researched so much, everything that they do, and everything has come up great. But I would like to be able to make money, obviously. Like, I think that's at the base of every going to work of anything. But I would never sell a brand to you guys that I didn't believe in myself, that I hadn't researched myself, that I wasn't using on my son and my husband and my house. I would never do that. So Scentsy is a brand that I love, I believe in, and I'd love to see grow. I'd love to see how far I can go with the brand. So those were my main reasons for joining Scentsy, one, but also the reasons why we stopped burning candles, two. So yeah, I thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are watching the replay, thank you guys for coming to hang out with me for a little bit. Me and my little sleepy boy, he is to the point of snoring, so I am about to go put him to bed. And I'll be talking to you guys on Friday because I had to do a drum roll. My launch party is on Monday. I will have a 1 week long launch party where I won't be able to have a house party. I would love to have a house party and have you guys here and cook for everybody, but just right now is not a good time. But I don't mind at all coming and going on a coffee date with you guys, going one-on-one, because I will be getting all of my samples in, I believe, Friday. Katie, hey, thank you for joining me. Sorry, it's still awkward. I'm trying though, girl. But because I can't do an at-home Scentsy party does not mean we cannot still have fun. I will make sure that there are games to go along with it. I will come meet up with you so you can smell all the scents. We will bundle and save, and I'll show you all the deals that I know. And that's about it. I'm gonna go put my baby to bed, and I will be talking to you guys later. Thank you guys so much again for joining me. I'm gonna get better at this. I'll see y'all soon. Thank you. Bye.